Acrisure Stadium. Now the kicker, Brandon McManus, about ready to get us started. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Good job right there. Good job right there.
Quickly to the air is Wilson. That's Cordero Patterson hauling it in. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play.
Hey, 0-0-0. Got it.
From the gun, it's Wilson. Another completion right back to Patterson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
23 yards, the final tally. Only 3 plays in here, but really, Charles, a solid start for this offense, and now we'll see if they can continue their mission to end this drive in 6.
And I wonder if their play caller right now is reflecting on that last big play that they've had on this drive. Do you come back with something similar, or do you have a counter to it to kind of show it and go to something else and create another big play?
Hey.
Throwing again here, Wilson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well, what we call those broke.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Jalen Warren taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Steelers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Like what we saw right there, good running down near the goal line, because that was a really good drive. They were able to possess the ball, have some early success moving it downfield, and then clearly the most important thing, finishing things off with the ball in the end zone.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Love going to break the huddle, lead the Packers up here 1st and 10 at their own 22.
Let's go. Ready?
They'll try and start this drive in the air. They swing that out wide to Jacobs. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Come on, set.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They go with Jacobs. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
We're all still valiantly searching for the so-called book, right, that tells us what to do in every situation. Everyone kind of knows what it says, but it's never really been written down anywhere. He violated every code on that one, didn't he? Deciding to go for it right there.
Oh, yeah, your side of the field, this stage of the game, you're supposed to punt the football. He said, who cares? I'm going to light the book on fire.
Yeah, analytics, everyone else, be warned, he's coming for you.
That's good for 28 yards.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a 1st down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Here's Love. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Wilson. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They toss it to Warren. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 37. Warren will try the right side. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Now Wilson wants a different look. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. His first catch, and it's a pretty big one. They get the conversion on 3rd down.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a 1st down.
And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Jalen Warren with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half. And the Steelers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
Ready, set.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
Blacked up. Here we go. Here we go.
Now Love. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. That's complete. He finds Jaden Reed. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. Love looking to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, they've moved the ball okay here in these first two drives, but this one's going to, again, amount to nothing. They've got to start dialing up some plays that allow them to finish drives with points.
This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Packers first down. And they convert in style right there. A big play on fourth and long.
Set, ready. Set.
They will throw again here with Jordan Love. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long.
Here we go. Set. Ready.
To throw now. Here's Love. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And the Steelers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll let it fly for Austin. Oh, and that is incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
Second and 10.
Left pass. Left pass. Cut. Go. Check. 14.
From the shotgun, Wilson. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Bang out. Bam. Gun.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Here's one deep for Pickens. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from here, might not be able to take a knee. Might need to run a play here that's close to their goal. Taking it right down Broadway. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss, and now it's third down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this third and long. Dobbs goes in motion. Love. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on fourth down. They're going to try and throw. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Steelers, they're going to take over an excellent field position. On the give, it's Warren. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Now it's Wilson. Oh, that's in the double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line.
Well, nursing such a small lead, you thought he'd take better care of the football after his last drive. Now for the second straight possession, he's put all the pressure right back on his defense. They need to take a stand and hold that lead.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Here we go. Here we go.
Love from the gun. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part. It got them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction.
Ready. You, yellow.
Love to throw for it on 4th. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And they'll have the ball set up in the red zone at the 16-yard line. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them, and they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And he's able to get this inside the 10 now to the 9. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
Alert, alert, alert.
Harris is not going to get a whole lot, maybe a yard down to the 3. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal.
Najee Harris, well built for work down here near the end zone. That's a nice job there to hold him up. But I doubt we've seen the last of him on this drive.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Warren will score. Touchdown, Steelers. We talk so often about how hard it is to win in the NFL when you turn the ball over. And here a late turnover leads to a 4th quarter touchdown and a 2-score lead.
And what's more important is being able to take advantage when a turnover presents itself. You've got to come up with points to make the other guy pay. They're able to do so here, and they've got a pretty good chance now of winning this football game.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
So now,
Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
This run defense has been pretty stout all game long. Now you're here in the fourth quarter. Should rely more on the passing attack?
I don't think you have any choice, and I don't think you have to dress it up at all either. Throughout the first 3 quarters, you're still trying to convince the defense that you may run the football. That's out the window right now. Protect, let your quarterback off.
Well, the pressure gets to Love, and he'll go down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now.
We're here at the confluence of the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela Rivers, and welcome you to Acrisure Stadium on the North Shore of Pittsburgh, the home of the Steelers. The veteran Chris Boswell ready to get things going. And off we go from the Steel City. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. On play action, here's Jackson. He'll get rid of it and complete it. That one good for a dozen and a very quick 1st down.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right third. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Jackson going to keep it himself. And his momentum completely stopped there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss. So after the loss on 1st, here's 2nd and 14. Lamar going to work from the pistol. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way in setting up the rest of this game plan as the game unfolds.
This one complete to Bateman. Oh, yeah. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. The defense blows a chance to get off the field as the offense converts 3rd and 14.
Hey, middle.
A first down throw for Jackson. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away, and that'll set up 2nd down.
Nice example there, Mike, of the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, live to play another down.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. The Steelers going to use one of their timeouts. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10.
Change it. Race up. No, we change it.
To the air one more time with Jackson. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Seventh play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their 2nd. After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10.
13. We change it.
Jackson up top again. He's got his tight end. That's Andrews. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
In motion comes Andrews. Again, it's Jackson. Now a screen set up for Henry. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. Now Justin Tucker for the point after. His kick is good. And the Ravens will take a 7-0 lead. Out there is Tucker, and he'll kick this one away after the touchdown was scored. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback. Here's 1st and 10.
Cut. 12, 12, 12. One left, one left. Cut.
Wilson going to throw right away. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that is incomplete. He was looking for George Pickens there. And it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Russ. And that's going to wind up incomplete. Pressure certainly impacted the quarterback there. Couldn't get his arm all the way through. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Hey, alert, alert. Cut. Still got 4 down, 4 down. Cut.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. He's got his man. It's Pickens. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
He's going to run it.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on 1st down.
Cut. Run it. Cut.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete. Backfield empties. 5 receivers in the formation for 3rd down and 5.
Cut.
From the gun, it's Wilson. He'll take a shot here for the end zone. That's going to be caught. It's a touchdown for the moment, but there are flags on the field, and not sure this one's going to stand. Chris Boswell on for the point after. He's got it. And the Steelers come right back to tie it at 7. Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. That one's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback. Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Hey, report. It's right. Hey.
From the shotgun, here's Jackson. The pass rush gets home, and he goes down. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Harris Evans on the scoreboard. And we're back to the Steel City after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Play action now. Jackson. He's going to keep it himself.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
They come to the line needing 11 here on third down. Aguilar goes off in motion. Call it a gain of 13. Good for a Raven first down. From the gun, Jackson. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
Aguilar goes off in motion. Jackson now on second down. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Now Jackson. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he's lost the football. One of the Steelers has it. And there it is. The defense comes up with the big play, forcing the fumble as they get their offense right back on the field. Coming up, Greg, with a big turnover.
Taking the ball away, Mike, has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense taking that one away.
And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
There. 12. Alert.
On second down, here's Wilson. That'll be caught by the running back, Warren. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up third down.
Zebra.
Austin brought in motion. On third down, here's Wilson. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he will not quite get to the marker. Good job there defensively. And now, decision time. What are you going to do on fourth down? Boswell's kick is good. And the Steelers will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. First and 10. Now, Jackson. A pass pulled in by Henry.
All right, so there's really three areas that a modern NFL running back has to excel at. Number one, the traditional handoffs. Number two, you have to be excellent and reliable in pass protection. And maybe bigger than all of them, you have to be at least serviceable out of the backfield in the passing game.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Look wide. Get this one complete. And he is out of bounds on the other side of midfield. That one good for 29.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
In motion comes Andrews. Jackson now to throw on 1st down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game, but I like in this case the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Jackson now. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient. But at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Back to throw, Jackson. He finds his receiver. That's Bateman. The Ravens now going to use their final timeout. They get the stoppage with just over 50 seconds to play in this 1st half. That's his 3rd catch of this 1st half and good enough for a 1st down.
Wanna quit?
Aguilar goes off in motion. Now a throw here. It's backwards. He might be looking to throw this. But the defense quick to read this. They bust in, drop him before he can take that shot downfield.
Don't worry. Oh.
2nd down. Jackson. He's got it at about the 8. And he's into the end zone. Rashad Bateman. Touchdown, Ravens. Tucker for the point after. He's got it. And the Ravens are on top. It's 14-10. Very little time remaining in this 1st half as this kick is away. On the return, here comes Cordero Patterson. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. From the shotgun, Wilson. Going up top. Let's That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half.
I'm not going to sit here, Mike, and throw the guy a parade for ultimately what was an incompletion, but can we just take a second to appreciate the arm strength he was able to show there? I mean, I think that ball's over.
Oh, he coughs up the football. And this will be recovered by the offense, so they avoid the catastrophe of a finish. Time runs out, and that's the end of the first half. Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. Likely going to play a big role in who wins this one. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Good job right there. Cut. Left pass, left pass. Good, good. 4 down, 4 down. 14, run it. Right.
Now Russ. Off he goes.
Well done here by the quarterback, realizing quickly in his progression that there's going to be nowhere to deliver the ball, but there was some space to pick some yards up with his feet. He's able to get out of bounds, picking up some positive yardage to make it a shorter 3rd down attempt.
Hey, 0.
Wilson. That's complete, left side to Pickens. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
When done properly, crossing routes are a great way to get your receivers the ball in space with room to run after the catch. And that's exactly what they're able to do here, executed to perfection. And they pick up a ton of yards after the catch.
Gun. 18.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Quick throw here is complete. And they'll get about 4 here as he is taken down. Here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, guys, listen. Fair. Hold up. Punch left. Check.
Back to throw. Wilson. And that is incomplete. Mike Williams, the one he was looking for. And now it's going to be 3rd down.
So I like the aggressiveness of the call, but as the rest of the game unfolds, Mike, there needs to be better overall execution. A little bit cleaner. The next thing you know, they're going to hit some of those big shots.
Wilson will throw again. He's got his tight end. That's Freiermuth.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see what he can do after the catch.
Down at the 12. It's 1st and 10.
Punch left. Hey, 0. Cut.
To throw again is Wilson. His throw on 1st down is going to be incomplete.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
They put Pickens in motion.
Go, 14.
Again, Wilson. He'll get that one to Patterson, complete. And the Steelers are going to have a 1st and goal. Very nearly a touchdown. He's going to be marked out of bounds just shy of the pylon. A 1st down there on a gain of 12. From the 1-yard line, 1st down and goal.
Touch 50.
They'll run with Harris. And he to the outside and takes it in. Najee Harris. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Boswell now for the extra point. It's up and through. And the Steelers move out to a 3-point edge, 17-14. Boswell now following the touchdown. Back out to kick this one off. Now, here comes a return from the 9. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up second and 5. In the shotgun, here's Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
For the most part, he's been very accurate with the ball. I mean, he's completing over 60% of his passes, but because they haven't been able to get any big explosive plays, continue to push the ball downfield, hasn't really translated on the scoreboard just yet.
Oh, now flags come in. Looks like movement up front. And third down just became a lot tougher. So a much more difficult scenario now. It is third and 10. Now there's a throw out wide. Hey, this might be a double pass. Trying to push the ball down the field. It's an interception. Picked off by Deshaun Elliott. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Play action. Now, Wilson going to get that into the hands of his receiver, Mike Williams. And he's going to be brought down here on what will turn out to be the final play of the third quarter. So they move inside the 20, first and 10 at the 18. On first and 10, it's Warren. And no place to go, no place to hide. He's taken down behind the line.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
After the loss of 3, it is second and 13.
12. 14. Good, guys. 4 down. Done.
Out of the gun, it's Wilson. And he'll just bite the bullet and throw this one away. That was a good idea. Didn't force anything there. But now it's going to bring up third down.
Really nice job with the protection up front. Just nobody could get open downfield. So it's a combination of your offensive weapons have to do a better job taking advantage of that time to work and separate.
All done.
but also, how impressive is that by that defense to be able to cover for that amount of time?
And that is incomplete.
So, of course, you prefer to connect on that throw, but think about it like this, Mike. The more they continue to test this defense downfield, the more it's going to open up some of those shorter passes underneath.
Now the Ravens use their first timeout. Let's see what they do here. This is 4th and long.
Friday, 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 Friday. Hey, 0, 0, 0. Zebra, zebra. Good job right there. Hey, let's go double count right here, double count. Alert, 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 alert. Green, eh?
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And that is incomplete. The defense very happy to see that play call. The decision to go for it on 4th and long will end up in a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Off the play fake. Jackson. Now, deep ball for Bateman. That is brought in. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
They really showed off their connection on that pitch and catch, Mike, and just really good ball placement and really good separation downfield. And when those two things align, it's just really challenging for a defender to stay with them and take that play away.
Bateman is the motion man. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down. They'll drop to throw. Now a screen set up for Henry. He is in. Derrick Henry. Touchdown, Baltimore. His second TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Tucker, good on the extra point. And the Ravens move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. So now playing with the lead after that 4th quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. And no chance to return this one. Through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come up for 1st and 10.
Touch 50, touch 50. Be alert, be alert. Touch.
Out of the gun, here's Russ. Throwing left side, and it's taken in by Williams. Here comes 2nd down. From the gun, it's Wilson. Going for it all. That's hard. And they will bring this into the red zone. Big connection inside the 20. On 1st down, Wilson. Now he takes off.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. Little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
Throwing is Wilson. The pressure there got to him. He's hit as he threw it, and that pass falls incomplete.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches this back in the film room tomorrow, he's going to be a little frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks, and now they got a fourth down decision to make.
Check 50, check 50. Hey, hey. Hey, alert, 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 alert. Gotta go, in and out, let's go. Cut.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. That is caught. A gain of 11 there as the decision to go for it pays off.
And now after that big completion, Mike, they can't panic yet. They're not into the mode where they're in desperation. They have 2 timeouts in their back pocket. Take a deep breath. Get your best first down play call to your quarterback. A field goal's not going to do it. They got to think touchdown all the way.
They'll run the sneak. Not much there. Maybe a yard. Now Pittsburgh will bang a timeout here. That's their second. Now, second and goal.
Cut. Check, check, check. Alert, 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 alert.
They'll try to run it with Harris. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. An important extra point up and good, so the lead is 3 here in the late stages of the game. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This one will be taken in the end zone. No run back forthcoming. And the ball coming out to the 30-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. And now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. Here's 1st down. Aguilar goes off in motion. On play action. Here's, and a pressure there. He can't get a throwaway, and he's taken down. So this one in the win column for the Steelers. And right away you can point to the turnover battle. Always key. Tells the story so often. It did here again today. Their offense didn't turn it over at all. They finished on the plus side with the takeaways. And as a result, they're going to come away with the victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers, winners, as we say so long from the confluence of the Three Rivers in Pittsburgh.